Now I'm at my bench and I'm going to be cooking the biscuits. So yes, let's get started. So the ingredients you'll need is some vanilla essence, some table salt, an egg, 125 grams of butter, some self-rising flour, some soft brown sugar and sugar, half a cup of caster sugar, some chocolate chips. Some of these are chocolate buttons that I cut up because we ran out of chocolate chips. You can also use M&Ms, which is what I wanted to use. But so yeah, now I'm probably going to get started. So preheat your oven to 160 degrees if you've got a fan forced oven, or if you've got a conventional oven, you preheat it to 180 degrees. And then you've got to line 2 baking trays of paper. As you can see, I've got 1 baking tray here with paper. Okay, so first thing you got to do is get your butter, so 125 grams. Okay, so I've got the butter in this cup, so now I need to melt this. This is 125 grams of butter. So, yep. So I'm going to melt that first, but before I go on, I'd like to say I've got a link in the description for the recipe to this, so you can see the exact measurements of all the ingredients you need, but this is 125 grams of butter, so now I'm going to melt that. Okay, so while the butter is being melted, in my bowl here, first you'll need a beater for this, so if you haven't got a beater, then you can beat it manually. Brown sugar to do this, so grab the soft brown sugar. Okay, so you'll need half a cup of soft brown sugar. Okay, so I've got my half a cup of brown sugar, so now I'm going to put it in the mixing bowl. I also need half a cup of caster sugar. Okay, so I've got caster sugar, now I'm going to pour that in. So now you have to have the vanilla essence, so I've got half a teaspoon here, half a teaspoon of vanilla essence. And last but definitely not least, the butter. So now you've got this mixture here. So now you're going to beat that in your beater. Okay, so now it's mixed. And so yeah, it looks all nice and fluffy now. So now I got to and put the egg in as well. So put the egg in. So now I'm going to mix this around. Okay, so now it's mixed, we're going to put in the flour, so. Okay, so I've got that, now I'm going to put that in. Now we've got to put in the salt. So you've got to put in half a teaspoon of salt, so. Okay, so that's half a teaspoon of salt, now we're going to sift it all in. Okay, so now we're going to mix it until it's combined, so yeah. So now we got to combine into chocolate chips. Combine the chocolate chips in. So yeah, so we just got to pour them in. There we go, now we've filled with chocolatey goodness. So now we're going to mix those and it should be good. Just kind of roll. Now the chocolate chips are all mixed in, now we're going to grab a teaspoon, or a dessert spoon, grab a teaspoon sized amount of it, and then roll it into little balls with your hands. Make sure your hands are clean, very important. Okay, so that all the balls should look like that, then all the balls look like that, and then you've got to put them onto the plate. So just keep making those balls. Okay, so now that they've all been turned into balls, now you're going to squish them down with your fork and just make them into little biscuit shapes. So yes, now you're going to do that. Okay, so now they're all into quite fat biscuits. Sounds a bit messed up, but now they're all into quite nice biscuits. So now you're going to put them in the oven for 12 minutes approximately, so 10 to 12 minutes. So yes. And then you should have some very nice biscuits. So we're going to put them in the oven now. Okay, so now that they're done, and now you probably want to clean up your workspace where you've been working on these. So I'm going to do that now, but I'll see you after they're cooked. So these are just finished, I just got them out of the oven. So now they're finished and they're right here, so I've cut them because they were glued together, so I cut them a little bit. So I cut them and They're all look, very nice now. They're all nice and cooked. They're nice and soft. Not too soft though. But I'm going to put them on a plate and then have a feed. Okay, so finally completed. So this is the last one here. And now I'm going to eat this. It's my first biscuit tasting impressions. Okay, I'm eating it. Tastes really nice. It's very sweet. Got chocolate chips in it, obviously. So overall, very nice recipe. Really love it. So awesome. These are nice. They're really nice biscuits. If I have a plate inside. I've got my whole entire plate here, full of biscuits for the family and stuff. Very, very nice overall. I really like this recipe. So yeah, really like this recipe. It's so yes, you can always replace the chocolate chips with the M&M's, Smarties, other chocolate-based stuff. And so yes, it's a very awesome recipe, chocolate chip biscuits from Chelsea Sugar. So yep. I'd just like to say thank you for watching this short recipe video. If you want me to do more of these, please leave a like down in the description box below. And so yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, if there is a next one. I'll see you in the next vlog at least. Here are the biscuits on the plate, as you can see here. Very, very nice.